I'm not gonna lie, as a beginner, I get burnout pretty quickly after I made few YouTube videos. And that's mostly because I was chasing this cinematic look, like other creators who have years of experience and high-end camera gear, while I had few weeks of experience and Canon M50. That chasing almost made me quit completely, especially when I've decided to stop using stock footages and creating my own B-rolls. At that moment, everything got more complicated, and most of the times I wasn't even happy with the results until I changed one simple thing. So in this video, I want to help you realize that everything can be cinematic and it doesn't have to be as complicated as it seems. The biggest thing that kept me from not filming myself was lighting. Like, I was overthinking every single angle of the light and had to be perfect. But probably the best and easiest way to overcome this obstacle is to just using natural and practical lights. In commercial work, lights are required, but if you want to make more videos, especially if you're filming yourself, just pretend artificial lights basically don't exist. A lot of beginner content creators and filmmakers begin to light the subjects, the people's faces first. And this is top priority, making sure the person is well lit. And that's where we all started, nothing wrong with this. But if you want to make content fast, efficient, and cinematic, you lighting spaces, not faces. And let's be honest, if your space is well lit, your subject in that space will look great as well. Next thing I've tried to do to get more creative shots and training my filming skills was to start looking on everything from different angles, different perspectives. Because what is cinematic? I think it's something that you want to show in a way that you wouldn't normally experience in real life, which means it should be something different than just setting up your tripod and point the camera. Just for a second, imagine that you're not human. You're a bird, a cat, maybe you're a bug. And I know how that sounds, but just for the sake of this conversation, how would you see the scene you're filming? If you're a mouse, you would see the stove from below, or a bug hanging from the panhandle, or a remote control fighting for its life not to fall, or a bird looking down on the scene. So don't be lazy like I was and try to make some shots from different angles. And don't be afraid to play around with different focal lengths as well, because this will make your video really to stand out and look more cinematic. However, you still want these traditional standard shots like opening shot to reveal the scene, which is really good way to show the viewer where everything is happening or about to happen. In this kind of shots, it's really good if you have something to use as a foreground or background to create more layers into your scene. Also, macro or close-up shots brings the viewer more over the details, and there is many things around you that you can actually try this out. Your watch, smartphone, the oven timer, or even the seasoning over the eggs you have for breakfast. And for this kind of shots, I know what I said earlier. Cinematic is not just point the camera and shoot, but in this case, these shots are exactly this. Just point and shoot. And of course, the hero shot, one of my favorite. And this is not because I want to be a hero, at least not now, like when I was kid. But it's my favorite because seriously, you cannot get it wrong and always looks good. Just get a lower angle and position the subject on the left or on the right corner, just where the lines are crossing each other. This shot always brings such a good vibe and character to your footage. There is something else that I'm not sure about, but anyway, I want to talk about real quick, and this is your set design. The way it sounded was scaring me a lot for a long time because I was imagining basically start moving everything I had at my home. But in reality, that's not really the idea here. But just maybe move around some practical light to a different spot, or maybe just move some plant just a bit left or right onto the frame for background or even foreground for more depth into your scene. It doesn't need to be something crazy, and also you don't need to do a deep cleaning of your house just to record a couple of clips of your video. Maybe actually this is the point. Sometimes you want to bring this chaos into your shot. But again, for your main talking video, it's good if you actually have a nice and clean background and make sure to not have some old socks hanging from somewhere. And by the way, if you want to know my camera setup, at the moment I'm using Sony a6700 and the main lens is Sigma 16mm that I'm using for most of the shots you've seen so far. For close-ups, I'm using Sony 28mm f2.0. Nothing crazy. And if you want to make these top-down shots, you can use magic arms like this one from Small Rig or suction mounts as well. Next is something else that is also important as much as your visuals, and this is audio. And no, I'm not talking about microphone that will give you a clear audio for your talking videos or voiceovers, but also about your sound design and background music. The right music can uplift or ruin your video. It can shift the character of your video to a totally different direction. Let me explain this by watching the same video with different background. I really wish Canon kept EFM mount camera system in production so I could upgrade my camera body with a new one and still using my old lenses because it was such a good camera system. I really wish Canon kept EFM mount camera system in production so I could upgrade my camera body with a new one and still using my old lenses because it was such a good camera system. The point of this clip is that I'm actually kind of nostalgic about Canon M50. I'm kind of sad that this camera system now is dead. But watching this video with uplifting background music, it just doesn't add up. Finding the right track for your clip is not easy, not at all. But the thing is, Epidemic Sound have amazing music for basically any kind of scenario you will probably need, plus tons of sound effects. What I really like is, let's say, I'll find some track I like, but I'm not really sure about it. There is this option to show you more like this one, and I can see more of these tracks and choose the one I really think will be great fit for my video. And with this, probably your video will be complete. Now that we have all the shots, music and angles we want for our video, please do yourself a favor and create a folder somewhere on your laptop or external drive and name it B-roll. Store your clips there, and next time when you have idea for your new story you want to tell or video you want to create, at some point, just like Epidemic Sound library music, you will have your own library of videos filming yourself, and believe me, some of this clip can be used for so many future projects of yours. And the best part is, next time, you won't need to spend again the same amount of time filming yourself as you already have enough ready to use clips. We missed something else very important, and this is color grading. But at the moment, we are still beginners and we're not there yet. So let's just keep the things simple. I hope this video was helpful to you, and if that was the case, hit the like button and consider subscribing. My name is Kalin Denev, thanks for watching, and remember, everything can be cinematic. Bye bye for now and happy recording.